क्या है, पुरस्कार है। तो इज लाइक बधाई हो आपको। एंड इज लाइक किस चीज़ के लिए मिला आपको? तो हमने एक सर जोक्स के लिए, मैं कॉमेडियन हूँ। इज लाइक हमको तो मालूम नहीं था जोक्स के लिए पुरस्कार मिलते हैं। हमने सर हमको भी थोड़ा सा अजीब लगा। Lovely thing about my job is we can fundamentally disagree with each other but laugh about something being funny under the same roof. Trust your gut and trust that your audience hopefully knows you enough to know that it's coming from a good place and from a place of love. I was a dishwasher. I don't wear my struggle on my sleeve so much in that sense. I was just happened to be standing there. Yeah. It's not like I looked at the dishwashing and I was like, "Maine dekho main kahan hu." It is still the most therapeutic thing for me. Really? Is doing dishes. Hi, I'm Veerdas and you're watching me on ETimes.
Hello and welcome to ETimes. My name is Jigar Shah. Today we have with us an International Emmy Awards and probably the most funniest man in India right now, Veerdas.
Thank you, man.
Veer, so you congratulations on your Emmy win.
Thank you.
Is it like a new child in your house wherein everyone who comes and says, "Baby ko dikhao, award dikhao"?
No, because right now there's nobody in my house but me. So I live between Bombay and Goa, and my wife Shivani is currently doing a camp in the south of Goa where she's treating indie dogs in Goa. Wow. So she's there right now and working very hard. And my parents are in Noida, and I went from the Emmys to Panchkula to Bengaluru to Chennai. So I just landed in Mumbai yesterday, day before yesterday, and so it's right now just on a desk somewhere.
Somewhere right now.
Yeah, मैं देख रहा हूँ. That's it.
So I read about a tweet about your Bangalore experience at the airport.
The guy was very sweet. So I was going through security, and I guess he saw the award in the hand catch. I'm not checking in.
Yeah, obviously.
To take a hand luggage, and he's like, "ये क्या है?" मूर्ति है। तो हम like, सर पुरस्कार है। तो he's like, बधाई हो आपको। थोड़ा सा शार्प है, दिखाइए मेरे को। So he lifted it up, and then we're both just looking at an Emmy at this thing, and it's not that sharp. And he's like, किस चीज़ के लिए मिला आपको? तो हमने एक सर जोक्स के लिए, मैं कॉमेडियन हूँ। He's like हमको तो मालूम नहीं था जोक्स के लिए पुरस्कार मिलते हैं। हमने सर हमको भी थोड़ा सा अजीब लगा, लेकिन लेके तो आए हैं।
How has the industry reaction to you after the win? Have you spoken to anyone from the movie industry or the comedy industry?
Yeah, I've had many phone calls that I don't recognize the number, and then I pick it up and it's some massive person who I never thought I'd ever be on the phone with. So I've had a lot of those, and then on Instagram, of course, you know, the industry has been very, very kind. It's a blessing, it's just all a blessing, you know.
Do you think that some way after your win, probably there will be more comedy specials coming in of the people who attempt more comedy in the sense?
I hope so. I do know that every comedy special gets submitted. So I do know that, you know, I got submitted from India, in the India region, but I think every Indian comedy special does get submitted.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's across languages, right? So in my category, I was nominated with myself. Derry Girls was in English. Yeah. There was an Argentinian show. And then I think there was an East Asian show that was with us. So it's different languages. You know, the lady that won best actress was speaking Spanish. The best show, a French show got. Last time I went, I lost to a French show, a French language show. Yeah. So I hope they continue to submit.
Okay. Now this particular show, India, Veerdas Landing.
Yeah.
It came after your monologue of Two Indias.
The year after, sort of. Yeah.
But the memory of India is very high when it comes to things like that. What was that 1 year period? Because after your Two India monologue, which I loved it and I think was bang on, there were a lot of. I was scared that if you will be allowed to come back. That was my scare for when you after that monologue happened. How was that 1 year for you?
Yes, I found a connection with the audience that was very deep and very emotional, and people were, you know, the show Veerdas Landing is about finding love, you know, in the midst of darkness. And I think I discovered what a blessing it is to have the audience that I do. They showed up for me in a very emotional, very real way. And you discover what it is to have the art form that you do, which is that you use your art to talk about it. You know, I've yet to give an interview about that situation. I didn't. For a whole year.
Yeah, you did.
And the first thing I did was write a joke about it. So what I always say is, everything that I have to say about that You should watch Veerdas Landing. I put it all into my jokes.
True.
You know.
You know, when in Veerdas Landing, when the final punch comes with the Indian soil
Yes.
on it,
Yeah.
I was like, dude, it can't get better than this now. It can't get better than this. You literally are taking India's soil everywhere.
We really had to research how much soil we can take, कैसे this thing, and then मेरा इतना बड़ा Ziploc bag था, and Akash was nominated with me.
Yeah.
So Akash also took a Ziploc bag, and then Jay Oza, our DP, also took a Ziploc bag.
Wow.
So it's just 3 men arriving with sand at JFK airport. So yeah.
When that show finally came and it dropped on Netflix, you got all kinds of reactions for it, good, bad, etc. There were also brickbats which you get. How do you deal with brickbats, and how do you deal with threats, or how do you deal with?
I don't. I'm writing a joke about it. The destination is always a joke. The best day of my life and the worst day of my life. I'm going to write a joke about both of those days. So that's the nice thing about a comedian is you can check out of life a little bit. You can look at everything as material. You can look at every experience as material. So that's really what we're doing. Is this whole day will end up being 2 minutes. This whole year will end up being 15 minutes.
True.
That's how we look at life. That's how I deal with things. I just put it into my art. That's it.
But somewhere, do you feel that that I have to be more aware behind the mic now?
No, I think my audience is too, and God's been very kind, right? So the audience is too diverse to predict what they will like or what they will not like. You know, if you come to my show, I'm playing 33 countries this year, right? It's people of various different ideologies and sexualities and age groups and religions and income groups all under the same roof. And the lovely thing about my job is we can fundamentally disagree with each other but laugh about something being funny under the same roof. But you cannot pre-think what that kind of a crowd will like. You know, you just have to trust your gut and trust that your audience hopefully knows you enough to know that it's coming from a good place and from a place of love, you know.
So given your job, I mean, the way your take on things is very different to what normal regular people would think of. But do you...
Or it's exactly the same.
Probably, yeah, on most times. But probably you have a better way of saying it than most of us. But do you somewhere think that it's too much of pressure a lot of time to think about every occasion, every
pressure,
point?
Baba. Being a doctor is pressure. Being an engineer is pressure. Being somebody who works in construction is pressure. I work 2 hours a day. It's the easiest job in the world. If you think of my job begins at 8 p.m. It gets done at 10 p.m. Between 8 and 10, 5,000 people are sending laughter my way and a positive experience. This is easy. This is a blessing. This is not pressure. This is barely even a job, if we're being honest.
No, but as you said, that the entire year would be like 15 minutes of material for you.
Yeah.
But you have to live those 15, the entire year to create that. And
it is a job that you have to say yes to experiences so you can input like a sponge and then output. But it's, what do I have to complain about? I get to stay in nice hotels, eat nice food. I get to see the world. You know, I'm from Noida. I never thought I would be able to see 33 countries in the world ever in my lifetime. You know, forget in 1 year. I thought in the span of my life I'd never see 33 countries. So there's no complaining happening about this job. It is a gigantic blessing.
It is. It for sure is.
Yeah.
I've heard you are also turning producer.
I'm co-directing a feature. I just produced a show and little bit slowly starting to. I'm acting in both the projects as well, but slowly making some stuff. हम भी देखते हैं यार, बनाते हैं कुछ, देखते हैं कोई देखता है कि नहीं यार, you know.
So, but is it? Did you feel that somewhere, as far as besides your comedy work, do you think people couldn't put you in a slot or didn't know what to do with the Veerdas? That's the producer. That's when the producer got to birth.
No, I think the last 3 projects that I've done have been with producers who have known what to do with me and have put me. They've not been things I've produced, but you know, I have ideas and I write them down and I want to get them made, and I finally represent, touch wood, a sizable audience across the world, and I can bring that audience to a platform or to a producer and say they come with me. Just use me well, you know.
That's the point, because I remember you in a film called Namaste London.
Yes.
Probably like a 2-minute.
I was prospective groom number 2.
Prospective groom number 2. Yes, to Katrina Kaif.
Not even a name. Prospective groom number 2. And then I just met Vipul Shah at the Emmys. because he's
Yeah.
Shefali's husband,
Yeah.
and he was the director. So what a full circle moment.
Yeah. So imagine from prospective group number 2 to having an Emmy for yourself.
Touch wood. It's been a blessing.
It's true. Okay, but also, you know, when you say you don't look back, but your manager asked you to pose with that dishwasher basin, dishwasher. Did that get some memory back of washing dishes there? I'm sure must have.
You know,
probably.
yeah, a little bit, but you know, I want to clarify that. Like, I was a dishwasher, right? And a lot of people are like, "Arey, tumhara struggle," yeah, etc. No, it was just I needed to stay in the US for an extra year, and I needed something that would pay me in cash because my visa band ho gaya tha.
Yeah.
So there's not many jobs that pay you in cash.
True.
It's literally doorman, dishwasher, security guard, etc., etc. So I was doing all of those jobs that I could.
I was a chopper.
There you go. So I don't wear my struggle on my sleeve so much in that sense. I was just happened to be standing there, and my manager Red saw that I was very stressed. I was afraid I had forgotten some people in the speech. And he said, just calm down, take stock of this journey. So yeah, it's not like I looked at the dishwashing and I was like, "Maine dekho main kahan hu," you know. And by the way, it is still the most therapeutic thing for me.
Really?
Is doing dishes. It relaxes me to no end.
That was your duty in the lockdown, washing dishes?
Washing dishes, but for me, cleaning and washing dishes is my therapy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Probably the only man I know who's doing it by pure free will.
Yeah, for Shivani it is cooking, and for me it's dishes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. This is fun. Cheers. Good to see you.
Same here, dude.